Hey everybody, welcome into my live. My name is Thea Touchton. I am a big mental health advocate. And on this live, we are going to do something a little new. I'm going to move into playing because I am recently trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff, so much stuff. I'm just trying to downsize. And I just went through like an incredibly hard time. I just survived domestic abuse. It really sucked. Hello, Nell. Welcome in. Let me know if y'all have any questions. So I just survived a huge case of domestic violence. It really was horrible. I am trying to think of how much to go into. I don't really want to break down on a live because that is not fun. But basically, this my boyfriend was living with me, but then we weren't really together. I didn't want to be with him because he had already been physical about me the first time, and then this last time I had to unfortunately call the police on him. Hi, hello, how are you doing? So I had to call the cops. I asked him to leave before I did. I really honestly don't like getting the cops involved at all. It's really horrible and scary when that happens. And anyway, my restraining order against him ends Monday. So that's why I have not been live as consistently as I am, or honestly I wasn't really able to go live in the way that I wanted, just because he was always around in the space. He did not have a job. It was just a lot. It was a lot. Hi everybody, welcome in you guys. And yeah, it was just a heck of an ordeal. So if you have the means, I would truly love it if you could, if you like something in my TikTok shop, it mean the world to me if you buy it. We're not really going to focus on selling a lot of the TikTok shop products. They are there at your perusal. The theme of this is self-love. So if any of y'all struggle with that, you're in a great life. You're right where y'all need to be. You're right where y'all need to be. So welcome in. Feel free to answer the questions with me in the chat if you want to come on my live and share. That would be so awesome. Liking, sharing this live, inviting your community to play basically the We Are Not Really Strangers self-love game. All of that helps. Buying from the TikTok shop, all of that is so helpful right now. Giving my videos a view, giving me a follow, all of that is really helpful. I'll remind you throughout the live, but if you are looking to kind of engage, that would really help me as a domestic violence survivor right now, because holy crap, you know what I mean? Like, what in the hell? It was a lot. So how many of you guys, let me see if I can do a poll, actually, it might be easier. There's actually quite a decent amount of you. Sometimes I've been doing this to like 3 people. If for whatever reason I miss a question, just please feel free to ask again. So let's do a quick poll. I did happy and sad. But yeah, so rate your self-love this way, I would say. Give me a happy face if you feel like you love yourself, and give us a sad face if you feel like you're struggling with it. I have gotten a lot of the advice recently to just be by myself, which I honestly was going to take after this DV incident. It was so hard. But I ended up falling in love with a Canadian. Wild story. He slid into my DMs and after that into my heart. Was honestly a big motivator for like kicking my ex out and kind of getting my life to work for me and not at his benefit. So I think I'll do a huge stack of stuff. There was stuff where I was like, I want to hear his opinion. Like, I've only known him a week and I want to know more about my Canadian boyfriend. So hopefully, because we've been FaceTiming a lot, and I was like, hey, I'm actually like FaceTiming you instead of, working on a live stream, but basically it's kind of similar. Would you be willing to like live stream? Bye, see you. Would you be willing to like live stream with me? And he was interested. I tried to invite him to get some money through the TikTok, but because he's Canadian, I don't think it's eligible, so that sucks. But I think he will be on some future lives, so get ready for that. I'm very excited for you to meet him, and tell me what you think. Let me know if he's trying to make me crazy in Canada. Who knows? But yes, thank you so much for the follow, and thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, y'all. Super, super happy to be here. I don't know what chopped huz means. I'm so sorry. But yeah, if y'all can give us likes, keep it up. Keep it up if you agree with something. If you struggle, just keep it live. So anyway, this is the We Not Really Strangers game. I got it in Target. I love it. It says you deserve healthy love from yourself too. So we're going to work on some self-love finally after such a ramble, right? So this first question is, what do you no longer... Maybe I can flip the thing. Let me see if I can invert this, because I realize that y'all can't read that. Oh no, I don't want to flip camera. Welcome to my messy apartment. Sorry you had to see that. Mirror my video? Maybe not mirror it. Let's see that. Can you read this now? Yeah, you can read this. So, first question. We'll put this actually. This is a boyfriend question. Sorry. Just lied, actually. Just lied. On a live. Did I just put in? Yeah. I'm grabbing the wrong stack. That's why. I'm goofy, y'all. I'm so goofy. I'm so tired, too. My boyfriend, again, lives in Canada. Just 3 hours. 3 hours time difference from where I am in California. And I worked all day today. And I had no hours of sleep, like 3 hours of sleep on Wednesday, and worked like the entire day. It was a lot. So, what self-care, y'all, could you guys use right now? I desperately need to take a bath. I'm just feeling like my skin needs to be cleaned. Baths are like one of my biggest forms of self-care. I have a lot of cool bath products in my TikTok shop below too, if y'all want to check them out. Really, really amazing stuff. I'll do like more live shop stuff if there's ever a product in my showcase that you're interested in and you want me to test it out and tell you before you risk spending your money. Please let me know, and I'll get that done for you. Okay, that is my love to you. But yes, so what self-care could I use now? I could definitely use a bath. 100% could use a bath. Let me know, y'all, what kind of self-care you guys could use now. Yeah, honestly, I just really need rest without judgment too, which honestly I've been being really, really good at like giving myself. Sorry, taking a sip as I'm talking a lot, but yeah. So what self-care could you guys use right now? Yeah, so I'm saying rest. I'm saying like rest without judgment too. Like I'm not going to judge myself for resting. I'm not going to, like beat myself up because I'm taking a pause, right? Or that things are maybe getting done at a little slower pace. I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to vibe, right? So bath and that, y'all. Going once, going twice. If anybody else wants to share what kind of self-care they could use right now for themselves, don't be shy. There's so much power sharing your truth, or just answer at your own leisure. Maybe you want to journal with this question. What self-care could you use right now, right? So really, really, really great question. Again, to y'all, if you have any questions, let me know. My name is Thea, and right now we are playing the We Not Really Strangers game, and we were talking about self-love, right? We just talked about self-care, what we could use right now. I said bath, and there's a lot of amazing bath products in there, and I also said rest, and there's a couple good rest products in there too, so check it out. So actually we'll keep this too. What would help you forgive more? What would help you forgive more? I think for me, when I'm granting forgiveness to somebody, honestly, you can tell a kind of honesty in a person when you forgive them. You can really, really see like their truth, like, and you can like feel it in your heart space in a way that like I honestly feel like you cannot feel when somebody is not sorry and when you're in the heat of the moment not ready to forgive. So having that person genuinely be sorry does cause me to forgive more. I'm honestly already pretty much a very forgiving kind of person. My parents struggled with a lot of addiction. My dad, unfortunately, did not survive. He died of colon cancer like a couple years ago. I don't know if it was related to his addiction. I don't really know a lot about my dad because of his battle with addiction. And when you are a child of addicts, you forgive a lot. You have to, in a way, in order to survive. Like, you learn to kind of graciously let go of things. This is a bit hard because I think people often take advantage of my forgiving nature and like know that I'm going to forgive them, often without like a lot of, kind of being made up to. I think when I'm very, very wronged, I do demand, like, I'm very much an act of service. That's kind of one of my love languages. I demand, a repayment in that way. Like, whether it's just like, if somebody is going to do my dishes or help me out because they did something that was kind of semi unforgivable, then, I'm going to forgive you, right? Because we're making it even, right? We're making it even. And I wish more people had this barter system, and I wish as a society we could get out of the kind of like, never forgive people sort of thing. Like, people are canceled for making mistakes. Like, I do think like some mistakes really, really do, like, they deserve jail time. Like, let's be real. Like, people should be locked up. I also learned in my domestic violence situation. So yeah. And if y'all are just joining us, hey, we are playing the self-love version of We're Not Really Strangers. I'm only gonna do a couple cards tonight because I just recently survived domestic violence this week. So if you want to support kind of my recovery, I really, really could use it right now. Just either buy something in my TikTok shop, give this video a like, follow me. All of that is super, super helpful. But yeah, let me know, guys, if this question is going to go away soon. What would help you forgive more? My filter is on the card, but I hope that you find that endearing, okay? But what would help you guys forgive more? Let me know in the chat. Feel free, if you want to come up on the live too, you are more than welcome to join me. But yes, yeah, what helps me forgive more is just, like, honestly being sorry, wanting to make up for it, like 100%. Alrighty. What keeps coming up, you guys? What keeps coming up? Oh my gosh. I definitely feel like I keep running into this thing of, like, I feel very abused. Like, I've been into this, like, kind of, you're not a victim, it's all your fault. Like, that's like a phrase I've been hearing. And it's hard because I think, like, I'm it's not that it isn't my fault, you know what I mean? But I also very genuinely feel like it is not my fault, Like, it is not my fault that I came with, like, love and support to the table, the best that I could, and, like, it wasn't well received. It was taken advantage of. Like, I can solemnly swear I have tried my best every day. Like, every single day of my entire life, I have tried to do the best that I can. And it just really hurts when people say it's, like, my fault. Like, I'm like, I guess, like, but I tried to do things. But that is something that keeps coming up. Definitely, too, I don't personally think I'm pretty. Thank you so much, Chelsea, that Jesus loves me. That's very, very kind of Jesus. Sometimes I feel very unlovable. And it's not to say that I don't like myself, because clearly, like, if you're on social media, you like yourself a little, because it takes some sort of stuff. Oh, thank you so much, Erica. Thank you. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh, I got a gift. I love that. Thank you so much, Erica. But yeah, thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Again, you guys, I just survived, like, a DV incident, like, literally on Monday. So, oh my gosh, you guys are sending me so much. I really, really appreciate you. I really, really appreciate you. That is so, so sweet. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm gonna cry. I'm so glad I almost didn't go live on TikTok tonight. I, like, literally almost didn't go live because it was so bad. Thank you so much, Erica. I really, really appreciate you. Yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy time. It has been a crazy, crazy time. I know, sorry, y'all. It's self-love, it's not always, like, as beautiful and clean and, like, polished as it seems. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys. You guys are making me so emotional. It's been so hard today. It's been such a challenging week. But I'm happy to be here, happy to talk it all out. But yeah, like what keeps coming up. So, and feel free to talk about it too on the chat, you guys, with these gifts. You are so sweet. I can't believe it. Also, this is like one of my first times, like I've gotten gifts from other TikTok lives I've done in the project. Yes. Thank you so much, Erica. Thank you. Yeah, it's that's so hard to remember. And that is really important that you said that. So thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Chelsea. Thank you. Yeah. Also, it's kind of exciting. I think I cried as well because I've worked for like other lives that had a team, but this is the first time I've never gotten even that many gifts on other lives. This is the first time solely me, I got all of that stuff, all these gifts. So I'm kind of like, oh my God, like I didn't even think it was possible. And then it happened. So I'm like so geeked right now, you guys. So thank you everybody who gifted. I hope you have really fantastic weeks and lives. And, yeah, excited for your futures. Let me know if any way I can return anything, y'all. There's so much, but I feel 100%. Hey, from one sister to another, we got this. Yes, y'all. Can you give my a birthday shout out? Yes, happy birthday, Dixon. Happy birthday. How old are you? Everybody, do we want to sing happy birthday to Dixon alone wherever you are? I don't know where you are tuning in from this live. Let me know. But anyway, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dixon. Happy birthday to you. Have a great one, dude. Have a great one. Hope your birthday is filled with a lot of self-love and that you have a great year. I was trying to troll. I'm so sorry. I don't care. I am kind of an idiot, but so it's fine. Here from Denver, Colorado. Oh my God, I love Denver. I love Meow Wolf. So cool. Thank you so much for following me, Erica. Dixon, Jason. So mad. I don't know what that means. Okay. I get the first name. Yeah, that's funny. We love working around TikTok's very fun rules. Thank you so much, Erica. Yes, you guys, appreciate the gifts so much. If you guys could buy from my TikTok shop, send me gifts, even liking the live, sharing it, commenting, even if you're gonna troll me, I'm okay. I'm a good sport. I'm a comedian. I troll people too sometimes. Not on the lives, but just, for fun. I love a good joke. But yeah, you guys, if you are just joining with us, we are playing the We're Not Really Strangers, Loving Yourself game, the one that keeps coming up. What keeps coming up? Yeah, I think just just knowing that, yeah, the kind of I've been receiving a lot of it's all my fault kind of my life, and just kind of really being able to take ownership of my life. And what also just keeps coming up too is just kind of figuring out my pace, not kind of caring what other people think, just kind of trying to do my best and not getting as upset when other people don't like it. Your inconsistencies keep coming up. Wow, Chelsea, what do you mean by that? You feel like you don't always show up, memories of your past. Yeah, I can honestly, I really relate, because it takes a lot to be committed, Chelsea. So honestly, my advice to you, obviously you didn't ask advice, so you can always tell me to be shut up, you know what I mean? But my advice to you is just hey, try even for 5 minutes to be consistent on the thing you want to, right? Maybe that was how I started with a lot of things. I was caught into that loop of perfectionism of I wouldn't start until it was so perfect, right? And then I just started kind of showing up flawed, right? Or even just showing up a little bit, right? It's maybe I couldn't do the full event, but I could do a little bit of it. Yeah. How do I show myself better, show up for myself like I do? Yeah. Well, just maybe start small. Think about and, take your time, Chelsea. There really is no rush in life. Yes, life can be short, but also it's very long at the same time, right? So really give yourself that gentleness. But I think just getting really real with yourself, Chelsea, about what you want to show up as, you know what I mean? What do you want to do for yourself? And just start small, right? Start feasible. Start so feasible. Well, if you self-sabotage, maybe try to see if maybe there's a friend who can help you, you know what I mean? Who can help you keep on track and motivate and prevent you when you're going to self-sabotage, so that you can start being aware before you go into that self-sabotage behavior that, somebody can catch you, right? Something that you can talk into. Because I bet you there's somebody in your friend group that probably feels the same way. We are truly not alone in the way that we are feeling, Chelsea. So, yeah. And even that, like when you think about it too, even if you just stop yourself self-sabotaging one time is all you got to start with, Chelsea. That's all you got to do. If you can stop at least one time, you did something to yourself. You showed up once, consistency. And then you can take that fact, you can store it in your brain, Chelsea, and you can know that you can be consistent again, okay? And let me know, what is your goal, Chelsea, if you feel comfortable sharing? I'd love to talk about it. I produce a lot of things. I produce a lot of movies and stuff, so I know a lot about goal setting and the struggles that it takes. Yeah, you also said something else besides being consistent. Memories of your past. Yeah, so good. I'm in a fight with my friend right now. I would say I would support genocide. I would love to say that, Carlos, but I need to know more of the tea. So let me know what the tea is. Yes, journaling is so helpful, you know, and like you don't have to worry even too if like the journal is like public, you know what I mean? Like just get all out what you want to do, and then just think like at least start by just like one thing a day, right? And then have like multiple options too. So if you don't feel like doing the one, you can do like 1 through 3, right? Like set yourself up for success that way. I hope that helped you, Chelsea. I'm glad that you said that. So let me know if you guys have anything like that. Yeah. Saying health wise, like working out, staying healthy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know, working out. I struggle that so much. That's so relatable. Something that I did is I walk a lot. I personally too, like I don't always take, you know, like sometimes I have to take public transportation, but I try to like walk, like, and I try to build a life where walks are part of it. Like I can walk to my grocery store. I know sometimes that is a privilege depending on where you live, but I would say like, even if it's that, or I love a good lazy girl stretch too, Chelsea. Like even if all you got to do that day is just like stretch in your bed and do like 5, just do it a little bit, right? Because part of, I think, the journey of working out is just finding what you love to work out with, right? Like maybe even seeing, I know the American healthcare system is like scream worthy, but like maybe saying like, do you qualify for physical therapy? That was like a really big one of helping me work out, because it was like I had to show up with the doctor or I was gonna like lose money, you know what I mean? Like I had to do it for that. But finding a buddy too, I would say that is the best way. That's gonna like keep you motivated, right? Like, and then you're not doing it alone. But yeah, walking is a great one, and I love a lazy girl stretch. You can like Google a lot of that too. So yeah, binging and overeating almost every day. Yeah, that's so hard. I think I read this really incredible book called Influencer, Chelsea, and it was about like it was about basically like you are only as successful as the people around you that set you up for success. So if there's somebody else around you that is maybe also binging, that could be what is also setting you off. And you could have, I mean, it's going to take some brave bones. I'm going to be real with you. It's going to take some brave bones. I personally, sometimes I'm so fearful of confrontation. But if you can talk to that person and be like, hey, you know, I want to get healthy. Can you help with me? Can you come get healthy with me? Like eat like this with me. So yeah. Yeah, you didn't leave already today. That's so great, Chelsea. Well, don't worry. You know what I mean? Like tomorrow, it hasn't happened yet. Like, and I know that's sometimes so silly to say, but tomorrow is still in the future, right? And the proof is that you did it today. So you can do it tomorrow. You can do it the next day. You can eat like that. And sometimes you might relapse, Chelsea. Like this is very, very real. Like eating habits, eating disorders, like this is a very, very real reality that a lot of people go with. Like you are not alone in that. Like just do your best, right? You're clearly committed. You clearly want that. You're talking on live with a stranger. Like we just met today. Now we're best friends, right? Now we're besties. But you can do this, Chelsea. You can do this. You can get into a body thing. And there's a lot of great books. I really, really recommend Project Heal and reaching out to them for resources if you guys struggle with any sort of eating disordered stuff. They've been so helpful. I did a documentary about eating disorders. So Chelsea, the TikTok algorithm, it found you for a reason. I'm so glad you're on my life tonight. I really, really am. Like you don't understand. I live to find people like you, that you are my sole purpose in life. So I'm so happy that you found me. But yeah, in terms of overeating, I don't super struggle with that, but I've had a lot of people in my life that do. But there's just a really good book about just like getting in tune with your body. And it's so hard because especially when you're tired and we live in a society that just keeps us exhausted, it can be really, really hard to know when it's like time to stop, right? But I always say like, you know, when I'm doing habits, I had like a really, really great life coach. Her name was Jonah Chow, and I think she was in like Ray and the Last Dragon. She's young Ray's voice. And she did a really funny thing. Like, there's like things that you can do to, like, I know there's an app too, like you can bet money against yourself, girl. You can bet money against yourself. Like, you could say, if I overeat today, I lose $10, right? I hate a negative thing, but that can be motivating. You know what I mean? Like, it can be something like that. I also know that there are a lot of, I feel certain ways about them. Like, you obviously want to be careful, but there are ways to motivate. Like, you could get paid if you meet a certain goal, right? Like, a lot of those kind of apps. There is literally almost a solution for everything. Like, we live in such a beautiful, beautiful, innovative time, you guys. So just, you know, sometimes it just takes thinking outside of the box. But I'm really, really proud of you, Chelsea, for not overeating today. It takes guts to open up and share that. Like, y'all, if you are on this, we got 6 people in here. Let's give it up for Chelsea, y'all. Let's give it up for Chelsea. Because that vulnerability is so real. It's not easy. But Chelsea, you can do this, right? Like, you can eat the way you want to eat. You can eat the foods that make you happy. Like, girl, you so have this. I'm not worried about it. So don't even do it, man. I know. Yeah, girl. But let me know too if you have any things. I wish we lived in a similar place, Chelsea. I will be ready. But I'll be ready too. Like, if you need any motivation, girl, I'm here. You can always come into my DMs. I will check them regularly. You can follow my Instagram too. I look at those DMs sometimes more because I love so much about TikTok. Don't get me wrong. I love TikTok so much. But I don't love TikTok's DMs. I'm going to be so real with you. Like, I do not love the way that's set up. So if for whatever reason you need a more immediate response from me, Chelsea, like, just check out Insta, do whatever. Yeah. I started telling 10 reasons I don't want to lose weight, and I did it. Yeah. Did you really come up with 10 reasons you don't want to lose it? That's wild. That's wild. I can't. That would be so hard. You're scared of your potential. Well, it is. Change is really scary, right? You don't know how you're feeling. And I think, too, with a lot of disordered eating, you know, it's comfortable. It's comfortable. And change is like, you do kind of have to stretch a little, right? And not every stretch feels good, I realize. You know what I mean? Like, we're in such a dopamine society that it's hard when you're kind of like growing. Yeah. That's so crazy. I want to know your 10 reasons. Yeah, you get it back, but then you can lose it again, right? Like, you could, that's the thing, right? Like, you could lose it again. There's so many other ways. There's like waist training. Yeah. I think the truth is like, you brought up a concern to better yourself. Like, so many people, Chelsea, you don't even realize they don't want to get better. They like themselves the way that they are. And maybe that's good and maybe that's bad depending on the person. But I think the fact that you want to overcome this is like basically that you can, girl. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't want it if it wasn't possible, right? Like, I really truly, like, nobody just thought of something. Like, every product that was ever made, like, anything that has ever happened is because somebody just simply had the audacity to believe that they could. Like, and that's all it takes. It's all it takes. All the best things about the 2 reasons you gave me too is, like, they're really, like, they also don't have to stay. Like, if you gain the weight back and you want to lose it again, you have the ability to do so. Like, if you hate the person, you become, you know, you don't have to even wait till tomorrow. Like, you can wait into the next minute to love the person that you are right now, y'all. But yeah, so we got so deep with Chelsea on what keeps coming up. Anybody else want to keep sharing? Chelsea, don't feel like, we can still keep talking about you. I think you're a fascinating person. Like, I am so happy that you were vulnerable and open up on this live. Like, you have no idea. Because literally too, I said, it's so crazy too what the power of just like saying your goals out loud does, you guys. Because I was like, I want to talk to like this specific person. Like, I have a live stream goal person that's working with me on these lives to like make them as good as they can be. And we were just talking about like the person I want to talk to. Chelsea, it was you, girl. It was you. We said it. Maybe my phones are listening to us, but if they're listening to me for this reason, I'm not even sorry about it. But yeah, anyway, congrats on you, Chelsea. I'm excited for your self-love journey. You are gonna do it. Nah, girl, you got a beautiful soul. I can tell. There's no ugly. I really, you guys, my favorite thing, Chelsea, can I share my Roald Dahl quote thing that I just absolutely love? So Ronaldo goes on this like rant. It's really, really beautiful. You can look it up online because I love the pictures so much, where they're like, you could be like a pretty person, but if you have ugly, mean thoughts, right, they're gonna show on your face. But you could be like really, really like silly looking, right? But if you have pure thoughts, you will somehow be beautiful, you know? So I really think that it starts with that. Like, I would really too, like, examine your definition of beauty, Chelsea. That helped me a lot. And girl, listen, you're gonna have your days, right? Like, for real, you know what I mean? Like, you are not, the ability to love yourself every day, like, it's a marathon, not a sprint, you know what I mean? Like, we're just doing it, you know? Yeah, it does say that in the Bible too. Yeah, that's true. Probably original source. I just remember Roald Dahl because there's drawings. And I guess I'm artistic in that way. Also maybe autistic in that way. But yeah, Chelsea, I think 100% just like looking to like what you think is beautiful. And I think too, maybe even making that a list, right? Like making something that you like about yourself that day, right? It's so hard to do. Trust me, girl. I'm sweating thinking about even doing that. I'm just sweating about even thinking about doing that. But I think like, and maybe we are meant to be each other's buddies. Maybe we should start DMing each other every day something that we like about ourselves, Chelsea. And see what happens. At least for a week, right? Let's start small. So I'll DM you. I'm gonna follow you actually. Let's see. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, I'll follow you back. Okay, so now we're friends. I'm gonna DM you. We'll DM each other once a day about something that we like about ourselves, and we'll start there. And we'll see what happens in a week. So then you guys can tune into a live stream a week from now, and we'll let you know how it goes. All right, yeah. So Chelsea answered. We love Chelsea's vulnerability. She's my MVP right now, y'all. What keeps coming up for you? For me, it was a lot of like, it's all my fault, a lot of guilt, a lot of like, just like, I don't know. Honestly too, y'all, I'm gonna be so for real with you. I was like struggling with like unaliving myself. Like I went into a gun shop, looked at guns. Like it got to like that kind of bad a couple weeks. Like it was rough, right? Especially like, I think things right now, especially in the USA, just feel very hopeless a lot. And it was so hard, right? And weirdly to me, what like kept me alive, obviously I have like people that I'm like, I always think about them, like I don't want them to receive that call, and that really keeps me going sometimes. But yeah, me too, Chelsea. I am honestly really happy because I would have missed out on some beautiful parts of life. And I came to the conclusion kind of this week that like even in life's negative parts, like there's a kind of a beauty in that. There's like a really, even when you're struggling, like it's kind of beautiful. Like I love this like Richard Siken quote where they're like, Richard Siken talks about how he like falls to the floor of his kitchen and he's like crying. And then when he's looking at the kitchen, he realizes that he didn't paint it good. And then he's crying even more, right? And there's kind of a silliness that comes with the bad. Like sometimes I've derived a lot of humor from it. And I also have realized that like when I go through a bad situation, well, now I know how to handle it better, right? Because method, like doing it the first way, that's like the best way that you can do it. But yeah, that keeps coming up for me. So many stuff like that. Like, just like, and it's hard when you feel like you don't have your community and you don't have your people. It's so hard. We're in like the most connected society, right? We can reach people all over the world, all over like this. It's like really, really affordable too. And yet I think we feel so lonely and like embarrassed and shamed. And like, I think something that else keeps coming up for me is just letting, you know, like not living in that shame, right? Definitely like breaking generational cycles too, like not staying with people who make you feel trapped. Yeah, and everybody successful has learned from their mistakes. Like that's the thing. Like I don't know who's putting out the propaganda that nobody makes mistakes. That's not true. You know what I mean? Like everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does. Like sometimes just because we're tired, you know what I mean? Like sometimes not even for a huge reason. So just give yourself the grace, right? Like beating yourself up, you know, you can't like hate yourself into a version that you're gonna love, you know what I mean? Like you cannot like get yourself into that way, you know, like, and it's hard sometimes. Like I just give yourself that forgiveness, right? I'm sure you would forgive somebody who's wronged you. Like I'm sure you've forgiven a person. Like I don't know why ourselves are the hardest. I think a lot of it is learned behaviors, but yeah, All right, y'all. Anyone else want to join in? We got 9 folks in here. What keeps coming up for you guys? What keeps coming up for you? If not, we will let it go. We'll move on. We had such a great conversation. I'm honestly so spent, but I want to keep going a little bit. I'm going to try to get through the stack. And then hopefully my boyfriend will join me on the next lives, and we will finish. We're going to go through every question on this live, you guys, because I am maybe clinically insane, but it's okay. It's a vibe. It's an aesthetic to be clinically insane. It's a little quirky. But yeah, also I just need to create space in my house, and I will feel good if I talked about that. And I'm very, very excited to hear my Canadian boyfriend's answers. Like, I'm so pumped about it. All right, going once, going twice. What keeps coming up for y'all? We're gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. It's the time. It's the climb. Ooh. Well, maybe wait for that for number 2. Okay. What good habit may not be right for you? Okay, this is a fun one, right? This is a very fun one. Let me think on it. Listen, I don't know. I'm trying to think about like good habits. It's so hard because I feel like I've only been surrounded by so many bad habits. But yeah, what good habits may not be right for you? I feel like, obviously, you gotta drink water, right? Like, I love drinking water, but I don't know that I have to drink, like, unflavored water or water that doesn't have vitamins in it. You know what I mean? Like, I like kind of, like, that kind of stuff. I also think in some ways of, like, I don't know if I'm a person that can honestly super, super exercise every day. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that that's a good habit to move your body, but I feel like I have to find, like, gentle exercise I can do every day. I know I love an energy drink too. I like energy drinks more than coffee. I have a really good one too. It's in my TikTok shop. I like Bucked Energy and the amino acids. If you guys liked the Dr. Pepper, that's a really good one. I'll do videos on those guys soon. But yeah, I'm not gonna I would bring them out and sample them for you. I'll have to do it another live because it is like 11 p.m. where I am. If I drink an energy drink now, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. I'm trying to get on a sleep schedule. But yeah, what good habit may not be right for you guys? This is a hard one because I always am like, no, I should just do it. I'm just being that. 1 a.m. No, girl, I get it. That like hour change time always messes up my sleep schedule. Something's so truly special. So like me and only daylight saving times have a toxic relationship. It's chill. But yeah, good habit may not be. I think too, a good habit that is maybe cringing on me, you guys, is that I always I maybe forgive too easily, which is a good habit because I don't really carry a lot of resentment always. You know what I mean? Like I'm learning to let it go. But I think sometimes that causes people not being violating my boundaries constantly. So that's a good habit I have to kind of give up. And I get into this conversation. I have this, he's my friend. He also drives me. I pay him to drive me. His name is Jose. He's got a wonderful fiance, Violet. They're very, very dear friends to me. I think he's got a Twitch as well. But he talks about too, he's like, I had to stop being kind because I was getting taken advantage of. He's like, I had to become kind of a little more a-holy because I was getting taken advantage of. And I was like, I totally get that, right? And it's so hard for me because it's I don't want to necessarily go all the way over into that kind of area, but I also cannot continue to be taken advantage of. So that's some good habits that I'm maybe not keeping, maybe not subscribing to this year. Sometimes too, y'all, what works for somebody doesn't work for you. And sometimes too, I think even if a habit is self-destructive, I'm gonna be real with you, right? I'm not a therapist, right? I'm just a mental health advocate, just for clarity. So you take my advice at your own risk. This is just things that I've learned in my almost 30 years of life. Sometimes you are having a little more fun in a way, and you just gotta admit that you're yep, this is maybe not the best behavior, it's self-destructive, but I'm enjoying it, you know what I mean? And I think when you start to kind of consider why you feel good, it's bad. Yeah. I know. I had kind of the same feeling with this question, Chelsea. That's so real. Like, what good habit is actually bad? I mean, that's the thing. The good habit isn't bad. It just is something that doesn't work for you, right? That's kind of just like, I think part of self-love is like, you get inundated of like, you have to do skincare and you have to like, do a bath bomb and you have to, you know what I mean? And you have to say, I love you in the mirror, right? And it's like, that those are all versions of self-love and they're so worthy and valid, and I think you can get a lot of benefits from them. But also, sometimes they're just not you, right? Like, it's finding the self-love that works for you in your own, like, personal, you know, the way that you are. Yeah, you love being in a routine. Oh my gosh, I wish I was you, Chelsea. I need to learn how to do a routine. Every day I live a little differently, and it's chaotic as heck. And I'm like, I crave structure in a way that is so vulnerable. But yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah, if you wake up late, you feel like you ruined your whole day. Yeah, I'm not a late person either. Like, I'm such an early bird, so I really relate to that. Whenever I'm late, I'm like, I have so much anxiety, and sometimes it's not, people don't even care. You know what I mean? Like, really? So some people do care that you're late, right? Like, especially if it's important, it's like, oh dang, I get goofed up. But yeah, I think it's good to write your routine for next day. I think if you're wanting to explore spontaneism, right, then that becomes one of this, like, it's a good habit, but it's bad for you in terms of like, you're trying to explore being spontaneous, which is not like rigiding everything. Yeah. And I do think that, like, I'm a very big improviser, right? Like, I'm not necessarily a type A personality. Clearly, like, this is all uneven, you know? This is all uneven. But I like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that I like kind of sometimes the improv of life because it catches me in something that was beautiful that I may not have noticed if I was so focused on my routine. So that's just like why I live one day. But I do like routine because it's like, it's easier to build good habits when you're in a routine. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's so productive that you have a schedule, Chelsea. Like, that is so real, girl. Like, that, I don't have a schedule. I know a lot of people who are living very scheduleless and that it's, like, hard to get on a schedule. So I think that you are, suffice to say, a productive person, right? But yeah, and I think, too, like, that's just, sometimes days go the way that they're gonna go. We have this thing in filmmaking I love to call Murphy's Law of Chaos, y'all. Murphy's Law of Chaos. I've learned to love her, honestly, in a way. Murphy's Law of Chaos is basically like, no matter how hard you plan, something wonky is going to just happen. Like, that's just life, right? Like, something weird's going to happen. So you always want to have, like, kind of multiple plans and multiple things when you're doing, like, any sort of, like, film shoot. So that you have ways to pivot, you know what I mean? So you're not, like, locked into one way should something go awry, right? Like, it's just kind of always having that mindset. And I learned that in my filmmaking thing, and I just kind of brought that into my life. I was like, oh yeah, like, it's kind of okay. Like, we'll just always allow for kind of Murphy's Law of Chaos. And sometimes I forget to allow for Murphy's Law of Chaos, and I'm mad, right? And that's why I think it's just, like, kind of just letting you know that, like, life doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real and honest. And at the end of the day, like, just, you know, as enjoyable as it can be for you, or, like, whatever experience that you're trying to have. But yeah. So, okay, going once, going twice, what is a good habit that may not be right for you? It may not be right for you. We had a real good, this was a thinker, honestly. I love We're Not Really Strangers. They're really genius idea. So helpful. We love making, like, mental health a little bit accessible, I'm telling you. So great. All right, you guys. Again, too, if you're just joining us, I know we have some newbies. I'm getting so tired. I honestly, how many questions do I have left? Okay, I can do this. I'm tired, but we're going to go through. Sorry, I'm going to be tired speaking. Bro, I dropped my phone. TikTok kicked you out. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Hopefully you didn't drop your phone in my face. That is so painful. I hate when that happens. But yeah, forgive me if I'm a little rambly. I am getting to that tired, but we only have a couple of cards left that I set out to do tonight, and I'm determined to finish. If not, I'll just pull them over for the next live. I think this is what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of lives. And then I'm going to be moving on and talking about mental health and movies and stuff. You're cleaning your room and typing. Girl, you're like, I'm worried I'm unproductive. Girl, my room is so messy. I need you in my life, Chelsea. We're going to be fast friends. I can tell it. I'm so glad you joined my life. Oh my gosh, girl. You're like, I'm not productive, and you're doing the most productive things. I'm like the same way. I'll do that all the time if I'm like, I'll be like, I didn't do anything this year, and he's not my ex, but he used to be like, Thea, like, and list all the things I did, and I was like, oh yeah. Like, you just forget sometimes. We really are like our worst critics. Man, I can sleep if my room is dirty. I'm a weirdo that way. But I need to organize my life. All right, you guys. What is a pattern that you want to break even if you don't know it yet? I hope to one day learn more like discernment with somebody. It's really hard. I've strived so hard to be non-judgmental because I've seen how much judgments can be wrong and just really cruel. I was bullied a lot in like middle school and stuff. I think another pattern too that I'm really trying hard to break, and I need to even do better on it, is like sometimes people will call me beautiful and I'm like, nah, like, cause I don't think that, but it's like, bruh, like, honestly, so cringe of me to be 100% real with myself and you 7 people in this live right now. Like, it's not my job to tell them that I disagree with them. Like, honestly, kind of weird too, to be like, oh, that's crazy that you see it that way. Like, that's your reality, that I'm pretty or whatever. Like, that's cool. I disagree with you. Like, one, really weird stance to take on my part. And like, two, like, kind of mean to them that they, like, now I'm making them feel bad for their opinion. You know what I mean? Procrastination, like, that problem I've had since I was in like elementary. Yeah, I know procrastination is so real. I think it's just like, you gotta, for procrastination with me is like, sometimes you gotta just like motivate your, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, like, bet money, like, you know, like, and sometimes that's hard to like have that negative thing, but it will motivate you, right? Or having a buddy that's like, why don't you want to do it? Because you got to get real with yourself of like, why am I avoiding it? And sometimes too, that can help you like find the solutions. Like, maybe the reason you're procrastinating it is like, to be honest, that you just don't have the room for it and you need to outsource and hire it out. You know what I mean? Like, you need to ask your community. And y'all, there are so many people that like really are willing to help you. Like, I know that the world can be scary, and yes, always gonna be those people that are just gonna troll you and be mean, but don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about them, because like, they are honestly in numbers, I think, so small to the people that want to help out. Like, you just always be careful. But yeah, that is a pattern that I'm trying to break. I'm trying to break just kind of meeting people that are leaving me worse than when I found them. Like, that is something that I'm just really, really getting rid of. I'm trying to break a pattern too of believing, you know, like denying compliments, you know, like just accepting them. It's not really my business to argue. Like, I was not brought to court on the case of whether I'm beautiful or not. Like, it honestly too, it doesn't even truly matter. It's an opinion. Like, I can just accept other people's opinions. So that's a pattern that I am wanting to break, y'all. If you're just joining us, we are playing We're Not Really Strangers, and we are talking about patterns that we want to break, even if we don't know how yet. Oh, I do want to also get more organized, Chelsea. I'll have to like ping your brain for some tips of like ways to get organized, because that is something I want to break, my kind of pattern of, you know, like living in chaos and filth, because I'm a messy person. I don't know. It's just like, to me, when you have to like clean all the time, it's so bad. Oh my gosh, I know. People are not making fun of you. Even if they are, that's so weird to like, what a wild way to attempt to like roast somebody by complimenting them. You know what I mean? Like, really, really backwards way. And I've studied comedy, so I'm honestly qualified to say, like, what a really weird book would say. Like, yeah. I think Regina George really got into our heads. I don't think a lot of people do what Regina George does. I think she's like, I think she's an outlier, not the case example. Also, like, who, you know what I mean? Like, who cares if that person is actually thinking something different? Like, they said what they said. Like, that's on them then. If they're thinking something different, then they should voice that. Like, what? Like, that's insane to me. Sorry. Like, just say what you mean. Okay. I might actually leave this one too. I feel like if I ask a question to my boyfriend, he's gonna answer me too. Okay. What about you do you barely recognize? This is gonna sound so weird. I think part of it is like a lot of the photo editing that I do, and like living in filter culture, living too with like a chronic illness that changes my face. I don't recognize my face. I sometimes don't recognize my body. I live kind of without mirrors. My mom also had an eating disorder, so I learned a lot of like we're just not even gonna go there. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I was like, no, we're just gonna avoid it. And even too, like, something that really got me is I used to own this parakeet, and I was reading about parakeets, and they were like, parakeets get sad when they look into a mirror. And I told that to like somebody I was dating at the time, and they're like, oh, just like people. And I was like, wow. So I really only use a mirror for like practical reasons, like just like, you know, doing makeup, sometimes skincare, like, and oftentimes I use my phone as a thing. But yeah, I don't always recognize my face and my body. That's something I don't always recognize about me. I feel like too, I used to be like such a more focused and determined person, and I'm very, very spacey and dissociative just because of the trauma. Like, if y'all are just joining us and you didn't hear earlier, I recently survived like a bunch of domestic violence, and it was really hard. Like, literally my restraining order runs out one day, and I like could not even, like, I think once upon a time there was a girl that would have went to that courthouse and like handled it and been like, no, we're gonna get a full one. But I was just like, bruh, I'm in such a mental state. I cannot go to a courthouse and see if it's gonna be denied. Like, that risk for me was too big. It was so bad. Hey, it's not your fault, Chelsea. Like, and honestly, I learned a lot about it. I learned a lot about the process. Because I was so scared of it. Like, I would not call the police, like, because I've always just assumed like police are bad. It's not great. And I never really want to call the police. Like, I'm not a person that's going to do that on a lot of people, because I know like the system is just, it is what it is, you know. But I was honestly pretty pleasantly pleased with what the San Gabriel police did. They handled it pretty well. I did have to tell my story 3 times after it just happening, and that was very, very hard. But like I said, that's a girl in me. But I don't always recognize her when she comes out. It's like kind of delayed processing. But yeah. All right, y'all, what about you? Do you barely recognize? Let me know in the chat if you want to answer it. What about you? Do you barely recognize? I would say my face and my voice, and sometimes I forget like my tenacity, man. I always forget my tenacity and my way to kind of wiggle into rooms to get into there. Like, yeah. Some things are thinkers, Chelsea. Some things are thinkers. They're not all meant, you know what I mean? If you don't have the answer, take your time. Like, there really is no rush. I'm just moving on for my own case. But if you ever want to come back to stuff in the life, maybe how you're perceived by other people, yeah, that's so real. Honestly, too, what I realized, too, about being perceived by others, like, something that really helped me in the art of, like, not giving a hoot nanny was, like, even if somebody, like, speaking is so different from eyesight, like, and I lost my eyesight, so I really can speak on that, right? So even somebody conversing and commuting to me about what they are seeing and perceiving is so different than what they're actually seeing and perceiving, right? Because like verbal skills and visual skills, they're different elements, you know what I mean? So how you're perceived by others, like, it's so, you know what I mean? It's so their experience, not yours, right? The way that you're perceived by others is so like what they have to handle, right? Like, what you have to handle is how you're perceived by yourself. Like, because you really can't control the perceptions of others. Like, I've really learned that in the film industry, because with acting, they throw labels at you. Yeah, I have a corneal transplant in my left eye, so I don't have peripheral vision. So I'm not totally blind, but I'm on the spectrum of blindness. Yeah, I've had a life, Chelsea. I've had a freaking life. It was not been easy. But yeah, I think that's also part of like why I struggle to recognize my body and stuff, is just like sometimes I tune out with my eyesight. But yeah, I totally understand though. I think being valid about how others perceive you, because we are such an other community, right? Like, we all want to be liked. We all want to be desired. We all want to be loved. I think sometimes we forget too about like being loved by ourselves is so good. Like, oh my gosh, I love this one girl. I think she's either doing it on IG or TikTok, but she'll be like, how much confidence is, and she'll always like walk on the treadmill kind of like sad, right? And then she walks so powerful with confidence, and it really just shows you like the power of like loving yourself, like 100%, like the power of like choosing to believe in you, choosing to believe in yourself, choosing to believe that others are thinking good things about you, right? Like, honestly, unless somebody's going to tell me the negative stuff to my face, it's really none of my business, right? Like, it really is none of my business what other negative people things are saying. And like, also too, it's like anybody can say something negative about you. Is it true for you? Is it true for you? Yeah. Yeah, I know, posture is so real. Posture is so real. But there's so many like stuff to help with that now. I'm a horrible posture too. I love a good slouch, even though it hurts me later. But yeah, when you fix it, you look better. Yeah. And it's just like, too, when you're telling yourself good things, you're gonna look better. Like, I can see, I'm constantly videoing myself, I'm constantly videoing life, like, because in struggling, like, a way that I've overcome my own, like, suicidal ideation in real life is, like, making sure, like, really being present in the moment and capturing it on film. Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. Like, having that confidence can just really, really just, like, even just mentally when you're like, you know what, I got this. Like, you know what, I'm actually, like, people are thinking good things about me. Like, you know what, like, people are actually glad I'm here. You know what, like, I'm happy to be here today. You know what, like, I'm glad I stuck around. Like, telling yourself that stuff. And it's hard sometimes, especially when you've been beaten into, I think particularly as women, really, really unfortunately, we've been beat to be like, that's not what women do, right? Like, women aren't allowed to think about that. Like, you're not allowed to have a backbone. But it's like, what? Like, men like that. Like, more men would prefer a confident girl. More women would prefer a confident girl. Like, people want you to be happy about yourself. So honestly, in terms of even people pleasing, it's like, something I realized is like, they want me, you know what I mean? Like, in order to ultimately please people, I have to be, like, happy. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be willing and have the ability to do that. And if I'm beating myself up, I'm not going to be able to have it. So I really just think it's about, just, like, having the ability for positivity. Like, I always say too, there's this quote and they're like, oh, the realist or the pessimist may be right? They may be right, but the optimist has a better time on the trip. You know what I mean? And I think it's just, like, allowing that, and the power of your thoughts, like, it really, really does shape. Like, even, like, we're a living example right now, Chelsea and me. Like, I was like, I want to talk to somebody like Chelsea. Like, that's the audience I want to reach. And here I am talking to somebody like Chelsea, right? Like, and I think, too, if you're struggling with that, like, obviously you don't want to, right? It gets into your way. Hating yourself gets into the way. Like, there's so many things I missed out on because I was busy hating myself. Like, it really didn't matter. Like, I've gotten more comfortable, like, leaving the house with makeup even when my acne is. I still like to cover it up, but I've gotten more comfortable. Like, there used to be a time I would never do that. And I think it's just, like, important to know when you're in the process of starting the habits to get to the person that's living the way that you want. Like, just be gentle with yourself and just, like, start as small. Yeah, intentions do always work. They really, really do. I think there's just power of speaking it out. Like, your mind wants to give you the life that you want it to. It really does. Your mind and your body are designed and wired trying to work against you. Even with chronic illness, sometimes, like, your body is doing the best that it can. It may suck at it, right? It may absolutely suck at it chronic illness wise, but your body is trying to do the best that it can to take care of you, right? Obviously it needs help, right? It needs assistance. And it's really just, like, figuring out how to get in tune with that. It's such a journey. All right, last two. What one do I want to end it on? I want to end it on this easy one. What wasn't actually your fault? Bruh, this is, like, I guess, radical to say, apparently. I mean, the police woman said it to me, which I thought was good. I'm really glad that they have it. My Omni it. I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. I am an old. What actually wasn't your fault? So powerful. But yeah, I'm going to say, and it's hard. In some ways, I feel like it was my fault that I was abused because I let him stay for when I should have let him go. I had reasons to let him go. And I kind of fell for manipulation and I let him stay. And that part does feel like my fault. But it's more his fault that he chose to kind of walk over me. You know what I mean? Like, he chose that. So yeah, and it really isn't. Yeah, and it's not my fault in a lot of ways that for whatever reason I'm not good enough for my family, because I tried my best, right? Like, I really, really tried as hard as that I could to do. So that is not my fault. So let's leave it behind, you guys. What is not your fault? What is not your fault? Let it go, right? We can't control everything. Sometimes things just happen. We did the best. What is not your fault? He chose his future the second he decided to hurt you. Exactly, yeah. Because he really didn't have to. I told him. I was like, really? That's the thing, too. I like, he was one of the first guys I've actually asked. I was like, hey, listen, like, you can come be here. You can come do this. But if you do this, like, this is really not okay with me. And yeah, it is bad, but he's in jail right now, so we'll see. I have a feeling he's going to be so entitled. He thinks he's going to come back, so I will keep you posted. I will keep you posted. Yeah, your childhood trauma is not literally, oh my gosh, it's crazy too. It's so insane. I'm amped about this. I'm amped you. Thank you for this day. Please guide my steps to my heart and fill me with peace. So true. Yes. You deserve peace, A. Carter. Your heart is already strong. You got this. You've got this. But yes, what was it actually fault? So true about your childhood trauma. You were just a kid. You were just a kid. You know what I mean? Like, it was the adult's responsibility, 100%. And it's so wild that, the people that hurt you in this way, that hurt you with childhood trauma, will be like, well, why weren't you this as a kid? It's like, what? You were supposed to teach. If you wanted me to be a way, why didn't you give me the steps to teach? You know what I mean? Why didn't you teach me? Why didn't you bring somebody else to teach me? There were resources. Yeah. How are you supposed to know if the person isn't showing up for you? So yeah, when you're a kid, people are so hard on children. It's been really wild to see. My boyfriend is younger than me, and it's also, and in the academic space, and it's wild to see like how hard they are. And then like you get into the work room, and it's like, it's not that some jobs are hard and people don't have high expectations, right? But it's like things are more chillax than I feel like they make it seem for 0 to 18. And it's like, that should be the most chillax time, is all. You have no responsibility for taxes or bills. Like, are you kidding me? You know what I mean? Like, what? So silly that people blame for childhood trauma. I just think it's that they have so much shame in admitting it to themselves. Like, it's hard too that my mom feels a lot of guilt for like the stuff that she let happen to me, and it's hard because it's like, in some ways she should, but also like she can't stay there because else how will she ever move past it? But I think it's like really hard to face that shame. Like, she ran from it for a really long time. She ran into so many drugs. She ran into all of these places and things, you know. But she faced it, and I think that was the most important thing. Like, that ended up being able to heal our relationship, is her being able to face that. And I am really, really lucky, because I know so many families do not face that, right? So many families do not try to face the things I'm in this struggle with my aunt right now, where I'm like, girl, like, I need you to face something. And she's definitely getting me to face something too, even though I feel like I was already facing it. But yeah, but it's been pretty wild times. But yeah, childhood trauma is never your fault. It never is. There's nothing you could do as a kid. You're just learning about the world. And unfortunately, I think something that we do that's damaging to children is that we don't always explain the world how it is. Like, we let children believe kind of this fantasy lie, so that when something bad happens to you as a child, you don't believe, like, you get scared to talk about it. You get scared to keep that shame, because you believe as a child you should be having like such a great and different life. So yeah, but 100% childhood trauma is not your fault. I don't think rapes are anybody's fault. TikTok's gonna flag me for that, but you gotta say the word. Sorry, TikTok. I 100% disagree on you with that. Like, that's not your fault. Childhood trauma, 100%. And also, like, a lot of health is not your fault. No, girl, you did not type it out so bad. You expressed it the way it was meant to be expressed. You expressed it the way it was meant to be expressed. It was from your heart, girl. I felt it. I felt it in this room. All right, we're in the last one. Clearly, I'm getting so tired. It is almost the new day for me over here, y'all. I hope you have a fantastic Saturday. I will see you later on today, hopefully with my new boyfriend in tow, so you guys can meet him. I think it'll be fun to have kind of a couple's perspective on this, and I'm excited to learn about his self-love, because he definitely has some self-love that he can work on too. I think we think of men being at the patriarchy, that they have it all figured out, but they don't always. But here is our last one. I don't want to become blank. Well, I have so many of these. I don't want to become abusive. I honestly respect to my family's life, so you can live whatever life you guys want to live, right? You can actually live that way. But I don't want to become what my family is in a lot of ways. Yeah, a bad person. That's so true. I don't think that people are bad. This is definitely like a kind of woo-woo way, Chelsea. I don't think that people are bad. I think there are people that do bad things and commit to badness because of some unknown reason to me. Like, it's something I don't understand in that. But I don't think that, like, something that freed me, because I used to have, like, I would get anxious about being a bad person. Like, I was so people pleasing. I was so doing so much for other people at the expense of myself. And then I started to realize, like, I was like, truly bad people are never worrying if they're a bad person. They don't care. They are choosing to be it, right, at the end of the day. So I think that it's just, like, knowing, right? And you start to know if you're a bad person because people will tell you. You know what I mean? Like, people will communicate. I think bad people they simply don't care. That's why I don't ever want to become apathetic. I want to feel. I have a lot of people that yell at me for, like, kind of having big feelings, but I want to experience life this way. Because I think if I didn't, I simply wouldn't feel, because there are definitely times where I'm numb, and I feel that too. Numb is a feeling, you know? So that's what I don't. And but I don't want to become numb, you know? I want to experience things. I don't want to become unadventurous, and I don't want to become, I don't want to become used again either. I don't want to be taken advantage of. All of these are very important things I don't want to become. I don't want to become homeless too, I should say out loud. I don't want that. But you guys gave me so much hope. You gave me so many little gifts today. I really, really appreciate it. And I am so, so excited for more of these future lives. Let us know. Yeah, I don't want to become homeless. Such a sad threat that is so, so real. Well, Chelsea, wherever you are, I like you a lot. You can come live with me. So you'll never be homeless as long as I don't get homeless. So we'll figure it out. Yeah. Good night, everybody. I will be live tomorrow. Hopefully I will post a video letting you guys know. I'm going to try to be more consistent on lives. My goal is to go live at least 3 times a week. So give me a follow so you don't miss. If you want to come on my lives too, let's arrange. You guys, I love to help promote people's products, and I love chatting with people, figuring out what they are up to. So don't be a stranger. Again, if you want to support me, you can give gifts. You can like this live. We are kind of going to bed, so it's kind of a bit silly. You can share it. Oh, we had 22 shares. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. This was really, really nice. I didn't realize that. Thank you. This is my first live that I've had actually results that I really, really like, and without like a team backing me. So that was very excited. It's very excited to kind of do things all by myself. I have been underestimating myself. We will be working through more self-love questions. Oop, I'm moving my tripod. That was fun. And yeah, I will be talking to kind of about mental health and movies soon as well. So if there's any film and stuff you guys want to talk about, we will be here chatting it up on the live, playing games. I'm gonna hang out with my boyfriend on here because I have not been going live because I've been FaceTiming him because I am obsessed. And I don't know, he's just really cool. I like him a lot. And it's fun to be in love for me. And yeah, see you guys next time. I'm so tired. I am rambling. I'm a rambling person. I will get better at it, y'all. But I hope you have a great night. Yes, have a great night. I hope you get some sleep there, Chelsea. Your room is fine. You're perfect. You're gonna get it. Tomorrow's a new day. You're gonna have you're gonna meet all your goals, girl. I believe in you, and so happy to have connected. So yes, you guys have a blessed day. Have the best day ever. I'm feeling a really positive energy in this live, and I'm grateful for all of you. Good night. Goodbye, actually, for real this time. It's like the opposite of an Irish goodbye. Goodbye.